have to say, any woman that can get on stage and meaningfully say that they forgive the person who, their husband, that quickly, you are truly a better person than me, because I've just been so angry and so angry. What sort of widow wouldn't want people to investigate the assassination of their husband? She has not explicitly said that, but the influencers are invoking that.
Erika Kirk's face flushed the moment Candace Owens pushed the post button. This time, Candace didn't play nice. She attacked directly, presenting purported evidence of Erika's liaison with Michael McCoy, the Chief of Staff at TPUSA. We're discussing real phone logs from McCoy's device, as well as Erika's own remarks made during post-Charlie interviews. And as Candace began to piece things together, Charlie's terrible demise began to seem planned rather than random. Now, everyone wants to know if Charlie's death was an accident.
His closest friends, his closest political allies, the White House, they all seemed kind of ready to move on so much faster than I was.
Or if someone in his own group betrayed him. Candace Owens didn't think a lone lunatic had killed Charlie. She said that from the beginning. There was something wrong with that story. And throughout it all, her gaze has been fixed on Erika Kirk. When Erika went viral for that heartfelt homage on national television, her doubts finally became intense. When she was grieving over her husband, she couldn't help but smile. Pay close attention. She cites a number of names, but when she brings up Michael McCoy, her tone shifts. For a little moment, she seems to forget that she was supposed to be grieving, as she calls him Mikey and declares that he is amazing. Candace's fears became certain at that point. It was an internal betrayal. The complete CCTV footage of the attack was released just as people were starting to comprehend it, which made matters worse. Charlie is speaking in that Utah Valley University video, while McCoy is standing a few feet away wearing a backpack, holding a phone, and typing quickly. I take it that McCoy is the Chief of Staff. He is most likely managing some logistics on his phone when Charlie is shot. Anarchy breaks out. Everyone runs at him, shouts, or dives. All but Michael. Because McCoy runs the instant the gun goes off. He doesn't even make an effort to see how Charlie is doing, or to learn the truth. He simply dashes to the rear and takes out his phone. Music. It's easy to overlook at first, but the internet went crazy after the video was leaked. Why didn't he assist? Who did he call? The solution quickly became apparent. Erika. Later, when speaking to the New York Times, Erika described how she learned that Charlie had been shot. She disclosed that she had been in her mother's Phoenix hospital room when Michael McCoy called and began yelling, "He's been shot." The Post states that at 11:23 a.m., Erika got this called on Phoenix local time. At 12:23 p.m., Charlie was attacked in Utah. According to the article, Erika was the only person Michael could have been phoning at that moment. That small element, in particular, makes all the difference because it defies sense that Michael McCoy would watch Charlie get shot, not even try to assist or check on him, and then rush to call his wife, who is in another state, to inform her at random that her husband has been attacked, unless there was some kind of signal and the call was made without concern. The deed has been done signal, you know. Most likely because Michael was already aware that Charlie would be unalived at that precise moment. Many referred to Candace as insane, a nut job, and a conspiracy theorist when she originally launched her one-woman effort to uncover Charlie's fate. However, this video proved her innocence. People had to do that before they realized that Candace had been correct all along. The camera lights and tears simply blinded them. This is where everything starts to go dark. Candace has consistently stated that there was a sense of higher-up participation in Charlie's killing, that the alleged shooter Tyler Robinson was only a pawn. Because, really, how could Robinson know the exact location, angle, timing, and way out of the venue? Insider information, that is. Joe Rogan even questioned it, and he had a straightforward explanation. It doesn't add up that gun, the same one they claim Tyler used to attack Charlie. Robinson's grandfather reportedly gave him the gun, an antique German rifle that he used during World War II. But that doesn't make sense, says Joe Rogan. Something far more contemporary than that is supported by the picture of the firearm and its usage. According to the story, this gun, which lacks a serial number, belonged to his grandfather during World War I. All right, fascinating. All right, why? Hold off for a while longer. At that point, attention returns to Erika. On paper, she is the quintessential model trad, bereaved widow, religious influencer, beauty queen, and now housewife. However, if you look more closely, that picture quickly breaks down. Erika's goals extend beyond what the camera captures, from her victory as Miss Arizona, USA under Trump's franchise, to her father's political connections. She had the passion and the pedigree to compete with Charlie, who was more of a movement face than a player. The whisper began. Was Charlie merely a stepping stone for her? Furthermore, the politics weren't even the biggest warning sign. It was the way she acted following the assault. Because Erika was posting lines about forgiveness and aesthetics while Candace was seeking answers. At that point, Candace began to accuse rather than to hint. Candace doesn't mince words, as you are well aware. She went live the day she made the connection. She set Erika Kirk on fire without any filter or script. She questioned her quiet as much as she questioned her pain. Why didn't Erika ask questions? Why had she forgiven the murderer before even identifying him? And why did each homage sound more like publicity than suffering? Candace continued after that. She brought TPUSA right into the fray, charging the same group that Charlie founded of avoiding responsibility for Erika and McCoy. She was clearly angry. She put everything out as if it were no longer commentary, and you could see it in her eyes. It was intimate. I wish to state that the micro-lies have been my biggest source of annoyance. It appears that they have suddenly entered the business of spreading micro-lies, minute misrepresentations, and minute half-truths that, at first glance, are completely superfluous. I'm left wondering just who they're defending. You'll notice that they and other influencers frequently use Erika as an excuse for why asking questions is inappropriate. Asking any inquiries while Erika is still grieving is simply inappropriate. And I'll just use some common sense to get back at you. What kind of widow wouldn't want their husband's murder to be looked into? She hasn't stated that clearly, but that's what the influencers are bringing up, isn't it? They're saying things like, it's not appropriate for people to ask questions right now. When I say that they are David hogging us, I mean that. All right, and the internet was divided once the live stream concluded. Most people agreed that someone needed to say it, but some felt she had gone too far. The comments came pouring in. Candace said it in the best possible words. Why don't more of Charlie's buddies try to find out what exactly went wrong? Candace herself loved another comment that was made. As a lady who buried the fathers of both of my children, I can attest that you are not asking questions during the momentary emotional crisis. But a week later, I have a ton of questions and want answers. It isn't suitable for Candace. Everything clicked. Erika knew the truth already, which was the only reason she wasn't searching for it. The situation becomes dangerous when you combine that silence with the suspected affair. But there was a price for voicing that reality. The knives were out as soon as Candace went public. It appeared to be a digital ambush. Erika responded with a lyrical Twitter post. Grief doesn't have a set pattern. She said, I carry Charlie in every breath, in every ache, and in every quiet act of day-to-day living, as I attempt to relearn what that rhythm will be. Although she didn't have to, she chose not to name Candace. It was a surgical shade. The disintegration of loyalty followed. Overnight, many who had previously applauded Candace's bravery suddenly turned against her. In a tweet, far-right influencer Laura Loomer called her insane, saying, Candace Owens is now directing her plots on Erika Kirk, Charlie Kirk's wife. Please know that what Candace is doing to you and TPUSA disgusts a lot of us. Consider suggesting that Charlie's murder was caused in part by his wife. I'm sick. However, here's the unexpected part. Candace remained unflinching. The criticism, if anything, encouraged her. She went on to say that she had discovered something even more profound that linked Charlie's passing to world politics. The internet froze when she said that. Candace claimed that Charlie was under pressure from rich investors to change his position on Israel, with millions at stake if he cooperated. After refusing, he vanished a few days later. Candace even shared communications between them in which Charlie acknowledged feeling watched, imprisoned, and afraid. Therefore, the scenario ceases to seem terrible and begins to sound premeditated when those threats are combined with an affair, a suspicious phone call, and a woman who is smiling despite her pain. If Candace is correct, Charlie Kirk was silenced rather than just killed, and it's possible that those who profess to love him the most contributed to this. Now that Michael has vanished and Erika is quiet, Candace is refusing to back down because once those calls, smiles, and timing line up, coincidence becomes conspiracy. Charlie has left. His closest friends and family pretend nothing occurred. And there stands Candace by herself, bearing proof, the one thing they all seem to be most afraid of. Why does it appear so much like guilt if this was truly about grief? Much like guilt if this was truly about grief.